everyone. Hey, welcome back to yet another episode of Battle Rap Resume. We're doing one of my favourite things to do on the show, that is a face-off. We're building up to an incredible event, June 9th, Empire. This is the long-awaited, chalked-out King of the Dot merger of sorts, the mega event, the initial one. But what's most interesting is that it's a UK versus UK clash, topping it off, a heavyweight clash. Shox, I'll start with you. What don't you like about Sensa?
Everything.
Right?
Pretty much.
What specifically?
His character, the way that he battles. He relies on shock tactics and taking it where no one else will go to get a reaction out of the crowd, rather than just proving he's a better rapper. To be honest.
Sensa, what do you think about that?
I don't really care what he thinks, to be honest with you. I have no concerns over what he thinks about me at all. I'm sure it's vice versa.
Yeah.
I just do what I do. I'm not concerned about what my opponent's going to be thinking of me at all.
And why
that's clear enough.
Why Shox now, Sensa? Why come back now? What was the opponent that got you excited, or?
Well, like we had that conversation on the show before when I was saying, I'm not interested in coming back. It would have to be something massive that would make me do it. And I hadn't really been watching many battles, and a friend of mine, Sean, said, "You've just been called out in a battle." And I was like, right, let me see it. Showed me the link, and I sat and watched it, and I was like, oh shit, yeah, he did just call me a fat cunt. And I just thought, I don't know if it warrants it. So I watched the rest of the battle, watched the battle versus Soul, and I thought, yeah, I can see the way to beat this geezer. So I thought, fuck it, why not? People regard him highly. I think I can beat him. So why not do it?
But I mean, Shox has became champ in the time you've been away. It's a whole different era. Do you feel confident that you're going to come in and actually beat him?
I feel more than confident. I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't feel confident. I feel 100% that when I get to that stage, mate, people are going to be like, shit, he's been gone and he's back, 100%.
Right. And Shox, you mentioned Sensa in the Soul battle, obviously, but the Johnny Storm battle, Sensa and Archangel, what was that about?
Oh, Briggsy told me that he was trying to do something to bring Sensa back then, but he went quiet. Probably the best thing for him, to be honest.
Yeah, that is true. That there was a time when me and Briggsy was talking.
Yeah.
But there's a few names mentioned, and I didn't think any of them sparked anything with me. I think Shox was one of them. I think you even said to me on the podcast at some point that, what about Shox the Rebel? And I was like, I don't even know the geezer. I don't think I've seen him battle.
Right. And what did you think of the Soul battle? Do you think he deserved to be crown champ then, or?
I think he won the battle. I'm not going to say I don't think he did. As much as he probably thinks I'm a complete prick, I'll give him that. I think he won the battle. I think if Soul had rapped in the third verse like he rapped in the other two, then there would have been a serious question mark over it. But when Soul starts talking about the gates of hell and shit, it's like that's basically handing the crown to Shox, and I'm sure Soul knows that as well.
Yeah. Shox, any Sensa battles that you enjoy?
No. I watched, I don't know, man. I mean, he did pretty well against DNA. The whole shouty thing and tucking the hood behind the ear. Different, I suppose.
You gotta try and be different, mate.
No, mate, for real. I did like the Soul Khan battle, the whole, the Nazi switching to Palestine. That was clever. But, I don't know, it's just, things have changed, isn't it, man? It's not 2012 anymore. I don't want to hear 3 rounds about how you're going to fuck me fat bitch and all the rest of it. It's just boring.
Yeah, well, you'll have to wait and see June 9th, mate, to see what it's going to be.
I know what it's going to be. I think we all know what it's going to be. It's going to be some sort of holier-than-thou breakdown. And it ain't going to matter, mate. Soul will tell you the same thing. You can pour your heart out on that stage and make a great comeback, and I'll just punch your head off. Like, there's nothing you can do with me at all.
I don't know, mate. I don't know. We'll see, won't we? I ain't going to be talking about the fucking hands at the gate, so I can assure you of that.
Yeah, mate, it was different. It was beautifully written at the end of the day. He did what he felt he had to do. Do you know what I mean? And you're going to do what you feel you got to do. But you got to understand, watching me battle, it's a whole different beast on the stage. Everyone says the same thing after the battle. They all talk before it. We get on stage, and after it, they got nothing to say. And you're going to be the worst. This is the thing. I've respected. I'll tell you, man to man, I've respected everybody that I've battled. I've dapped them up on stage. I've had a laugh after battle, before the battle, during the battle. I have no respect for you, and I'm going to show you that on that stage. There will never be a shot that's battled like me on that stage on June 9th. So just know what you're coming to face.
I'm exactly the same, mate. I haven't battled for 4 years, so I haven't rapped for 4 years. So I've got a lot of time of sort of, where I haven't done anything. I want to come back. I'm not going to come back half-hearted, mate. The performance is going to be, electric. It's going to be so much more to my performance. You got to bear in mind that from before the DNA battle, way before, I fucking hated battle rapper. So I put no effort in to the level that I would have done when I first started. I was just cruising on complete cruise control. Right now, I haven't done it for such a long time that writing isn't a chore to me. It's coming easily. I'm enjoying it. So it's a completely different ball game, to the point where I'm 100% confident that I'm going to get the win. 100%.
Well, mate, I'll rate your presence on stage. Do you know what I mean? Your delivery's flawless. Just obviously, if you feel like, if you need someone to give you a tip on the 3 rounds, feel free to send them through, man. I'll have a listen and let you know.
I'm good, man. I don't need it to be as formulaic as what your shit is.
Wow.
Oh, wow. I mean, it's it got me from never battling before to the champ in less than 3 years, man.
Yeah. Don't
think,
think
things change, innit? Things change, man. Obviously, you've been busy in yourself, just constantly tweeting Arsenal that he's trash. But I mean, obviously, it's good to stay up with current affairs, isn't it?
Some things have to. I had to catch up with the current affairs, mate. Because I like I say, I didn't even know who you were. I hadn't been following Don't Flop at all.
Been pulling them extra shifts in next, yeah?
Absolutely, mate. Mannequins to dress all day.
Yeah, no
Absolutely.
Doubt. No doubt. I mean, does Arsenal know he's trash now, though? Does he know he's trash now?
I don't know if he's got the message yet, mate. He messaged me on Twitter the other day, so he's obviously still interested.
Well, I mean, he's coming out of it. He's got to take everything he can right now, isn't he? It's a paycheck. I mean, it's good that you've still got a hard on for him after all this time, though.
Yeah, all right, mate.
What are we looking at? Round length? Is this going to be unlimited? What have you guys agreed on?
I said about 2.5 minutes. I don't even know if that conversation's been had, but he can rap till he's finished. I ain't going to cut him off.
Yeah, I've been told the same. I've been told 2.5 minutes. So I'm at aim at 2.5 minutes, and I'll write 2.5 minutes. And obviously, with crowd reaction and stuff, it's going to go longer, but the rounds will be 2.5 minutes. I ain't going to take the piss of it.
Yeah, we're not going
to be 2.5 minutes.
We're not going to see like a Prince Kong third round or anything like.
Unfortunately not. If I was allowed to do it, then with the amount of bars I've written, I would be able to go a lot longer. It's just going to be a case of cutting out the ones that ain't good enough. But if it has to be 2.5, I'd rather it be 3 minutes, to be honest.
All of them. Look, Bray, if you do whatever you want to do.
No, it's cool. It's 2.5 minutes. We'll do 2.5 minutes.
I'll just stand and listen to you rap all night. I mean, you're going to need all you can get, man.
I just think it's funny that you've got so much hatred for someone that you've never fucking met, mate. It's funny. You're like all worked up, like I've got no fucking respect for you, or like you ain't even met me, mate. You don't know nothing about me. You've got this like image of you fucking hate me. Like, it's so funny that you got such a built up hatred out of nowhere. Like, I didn't give a fuck about you. Do you know what I mean? You're gonna be all fucking emotional, getting in the moment and shit. And then this is nothing to me. It's just another battle. It's not no personal vendetta for me. This is just someone's called me out. I'm jumping up to it. Not some fucking I hate this guy.
That what you do? Don't you get emotional and bark in people's faces about their dead sisters?
I may well end up doing so.
So that's minor.
Yeah, well,
I mean, look, if you've got to cross lines to get your point across, then it just shows how weak your writing is.
I ain't saying nothing about what I'm doing in the battle, mate. But basically,
we already know. Everyone that I spoke to knows exactly what you're going to come with, because you're nothing if not predictable in that sense. Like I said, I rate the press. I rate the fact that I called you out and you've come back, but I don't have to have met you to not like you. I don't respect the way that you would write a shitty tweet and then delete it because you don't want to stand by it.
Yeah, sometimes I've sort of said myself that I deleted the tweet because I don't know you and I reacted to something that had been said and woke up in the morning.
Wait, you're saying you felt emotional and you reacted to someone that you've never met? I know what you just said to me.
Yeah, the thing was when I see the tweet, I was drunk and I just thought it was funny. Woke up in the morning for actually that's just not funny. Delete the tweet.
Well, I think you got to be drunk to have taken this battle, to be honest. But it'll be fun, man. June 9th, we'll put on a show.
More than sober, mate. That's the thing. Like I'm looking forward to it. It's the first time that I've looked forward to a rap battle for probably the last 4 or 5 battles that I've actually done. So you're going to be on the wrong end of it, and you're like saying about you being on the stage and performing, mate.
Inspiring. It's nice to be inspiring. Do you know what I mean,
mate? You can say what you like, mate, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because I know what's going to happen on June the 9th, and the crowd, haven't seen after watching some modern battles and watching the shit, I just think it's just flat. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to rock that shit. There's no way you're going to be able to stop it.
4-bar setup's about fucking me missus.
We'll see, mate.
We'll see. I look forward to it, man.
I'm looking forward to it.
Oh my God.
It's unfortunate for you that I am looking forward to it, mate, because if I was in a state where I was just writing bars in the car on the way to the venue like I was on the last few battles, then it's fine. But with me preparing properly and actually giving a shit, not memorising bars the entire rounds 10 minutes before I go on stage, this time I'm actually giving a fuck. So it's going to be a completely different to me. So you can go back and watch the old battles and shit, mate. Like, it's whatever.
Mate, I watched you versus Soul Khan and then half of you versus Arcane. And that's about all I need to be honest. I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to talk to the past you. I'm going to talk to the you now.
That's fine, mate. I look forward to your words of wisdom. I look forward to it.
Shox, how much material have you got done? We're recording this, I should say, about a month before. So I know you don't leave it late, but you like to be writing towards the end, don't you?
Yeah, I can't sit down with a pen and pad and say I'm going to write today. Like I've got to be in the moment. I've got to be in the mood. But I've got my first round done, half my second round's being formed. You know. My first round is probably my favourite first round I've ever written.
Your favourite first round you've ever written? Better than your sleepy round. Your sleepy first is crazy.
Yes, that was so much.
I love that round.
Like I'm coming out the gate, and it ain't just I'm not just punching. Everyone expects me to punch all the time, and it's generic. And although I've always said to you in these interviews, like at the end of the day, it's a rap battle. I don't treat it like a counselling session.
Sure. I
don't see the point in picking part of a man's life to try and prove you're a better person and then go home and fucking beat on your wife or whatever it is these battle rappers do. Like I'm not in that position. I just want to prove I'm a better rapper than you. That's why it's called a rap battle. But at the same time, facing someone like Sensa that is going to go so fucking deep into all of your personal shit, you have to switch it up a little bit. So yeah, I'm talking to him the way he's going to try to talk to me, but I'm punching the whole time I'm doing it. So we'll see if he can keep up.
Sensa, I remember us saying before, like your rehearsal process at the time, you had like strips of paper. Is that right? You were learning all the rounds on little things like that. Like now with this amount of time, you say you've been writing so much. Like, are you done with your material? Are you tinkering or?
I'm at the point where I've got 2 bars or 2 schemes that at the minute I haven't got sorted, and that's basically it. And then anything from there that I can add on is just adding to it. So it's basically I'm basically done. I'm basically done.
All right, nice.
So I'm sort of thinking, who's next?
Oh, you're going to keep battling, are you?
I think so. If I go there and it absolutely flops and I'm fucking terrible like Shox says I am, and I don't go down as well as what I know I'm going to go down, then, I may just not battle again. It's the thing, like, if that happens, I don't give a fuck. Like, battle rap isn't a part of my life. It's been something that hasn't been. It's been something I've thought of every now and again, probably once every 6 months. It's not important to me. So if it doesn't go well, then it doesn't really matter, does it? I just go back to not giving a fuck, So I think I probably will battle.
Well, I mean, like Arsenal's the obvious next choice, as we discussed. Is there anyone else you'd really like to battle next after Shox?
Arsenal. I mean, to be honest with you, the Arsenal thing nowadays, I just find it funny, just calling him shit because he bites every time.
Right.
So that's just funny. I don't know really with other opponents. I'm not really sure. There's a couple of people out there that have want to battle me. I know Raptor's always fucking going on about it all the time.
Right.
Always getting ignored. I got no interest in battling Raptor at all.
Why not?
To be honest with you, I don't rate him. I find it hard to understand what he's saying a lot of the time.
There we go.
No.
There we go.
That's the thing. I don't know.
I can't understand him. Is that it?
You are?
You're saying he's mank, so you can't understand him?
I'm not saying that at all, mate. It's nothing to do with the accent. It's just the way he delivers stuff. I just find it quite hard to catch what he's saying sometimes. I just don't know. I just don't think the Raptor's just not interesting to me, mate. It's as simple as that.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know who else really. Like I say before this Shox thing, I had no intention of coming back. So I don't know. Whoever sort of falls in place, I don't know really. I'm not really thought about it, but that's sort of something that's in my head. Like, the writing's gone so well and come so easy that it's like, I can I can do this again.
And Shox, you say online recently this might be your last battle for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, it will be. It will be. I'll go out with a bang.
Oh my god. I fucking can't wait for this battle. I mean, like, it's
amazing to me that he's found it so easy to write. Like, I'm not even black. So it's crazy that he's found some horrible shit to say to me. You know?
It's a King of the Dot merger, as I said before, Shox, and there's been a little bit of a backlash to this card. What have you thought about that?
That's laughable, mate. By a little bit of a backlash, you mean Tox has got a hard on every day for what?
Right.
Listen, right? Everyone gets so wound up by Tox. Me and Tox will talk on the phone for an hour and laugh, man. Like, I know what he's about. He knows what I'm about. At the end of the day, when me and him started talking and he put out his little vlog about it being bad for the UK scene, and like, you know, just from our first event after the merger, we got all of our guys that have never had an international look on the King of the Dot main channel. Like, that's the whole point we're doing this. It's not so that they can take from us, it's so that we can push our artists to them. And when we talked about booking this card, you know, he's talking about the Pat Stays and the Clips, and you know, all these people have had their journey. They're huge. Not only are they people that will happily turn around and tell you they want 10 grand for a battle and then turn up half prepped, but they'll be the same people that you've seen 1,000 times. Like, there's no point. We want to try and bring over people that haven't been seen before, or, you know, deserve to come back because they killed it the last time, and build that talent. Because these are, you know, people like Eddie and Chrome, like, they're people that if they carry on the trajectory they're going on now, they will be the Pat Stays and Clips of their era as time goes on. So, like, get them over now. Get them to rock for a crowd here and build a fan base for them here. They deserve that.
What does that say about me then, if it's bringing back people that have come out and smashed it in the past? I haven't battled for 4 years and I'm headline battle. Must have obviously show the respect that you've got and that everyone in your team or whatever and King of the Dot have got for me to put me straight in main event. 4 years.
I mean, do you really want to answer that? Do you want me to tell you the truth? One, I called you a fat cunt in a battle. That was the entire you're setting that up. And secondly, you were literally 6th or 7th on the list.
Right. Well, that's not how King of the Dot made out, but all right. That's not what they said to me.
Well, mate, if it's important to stroke your ego to get you to accept the battle, then, you know, whatever they've got to do.
Right. You can't get away from the fact, though, 4 years off, straight back headline for your biggest event so far. There's nothing you can say about that.
What do you want me? I'm not going to listen. I'm not going to sit here and say you're not a legend to the UK scene. That would be spite in my face, wouldn't it? Yeah, I know. I'll probably come across like an arsehole. Everyone knows I'm just a straight up guy. I've never had a like for you, and that comes across in the way I talk. But yeah, you had to come back and headline. It could never be anything else. At the end of the day, you're a legend. You built up a lot of shit in the UK scene, and I'm excited for the battle. I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm not. But it was important to us ultimately once this shit started coming together. We didn't think that you'd take the battle. Once the talk started and it went that way, yeah, I mean, a UK versus UK headliner on a card like this is important to us. And the fact that it's you, yeah, you had to come back and headline. I'm not going to stick you mid-card, mate. Makes no sense.
There we go. It's good, man. It's good. I'm glad you've got angst towards me and you've got this built-up hatred for me, mate, because I don't like battling people that I like or people that I get on with. I'd rather it be on some shit like that. By far, I'd much rather it than jokey fucking pally shit. I don't like that shit.
I went to Norwich a couple of years ago and I got a parking ticket, so it's fuck all you, innit? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, it's June 9th, as we said before. Chalked out King of the Dot. You can pick up the tickets off the website in the link below. I'll put them down there as well. I'm sure it's going to sell out. It's a crazy fucking card merging these two leagues with this headliner on top. Sensa, we'll start with you. Any closing words for Shox?
I ain't really got nothing, mate, to say. Really, I don't really know, mate. I'd just say,
right.
just think what you know is going to be coming, and be surprised when it does come, because it ain't going to be what you think.
And Shox?
Yeah, mate. Listen, just get yourself a body bag and just put your legs in it and stand on stage in it half sipped up. Make life a lot easier when it's finished.
All right, mate. We'll see, mate.
Well, everyone pick up your tickets June 9th. Follow us at Battle Rap Resume, subscribe, Patreon, iTunes. Shox, Sensa, thanks so much, guys.
No worries, Tom. Cheers, mate.
All good, man.